and welcome. It's Michael Murray here with Benzinga, and this morning I'm joined by Helena Caldeira, the CFO at Inter&Co. Helena, thank you so much for being here. How are you?
Hello, Michael. Thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Thank you for taking the time and joining us. It's great to have you here. Kick us off for anyone in our audience who hasn't heard from you guys before. Tell us a little bit about Inter&Co and what you guys do with the company.
Perfect. So InterCo is the leading super app in Brazil with over 25 million clients in Brazil and the US. We have a backbone based on a banking platform, right? Like we have been a bank for over 25 years now, and we have developed this super app around this banking structure, and we offer this combination of products of banking, day-to-day banking, investments, insurance, and a full commerce platform in which we connect many retailers so that we can offer a marketplace to our customers, as well as a combination of cross-border services as well.
Wonderful. Now, speaking to that, you had some positive numbers from your Q3 report, including a 47% growth in your portfolio value year over year. What exactly can you attribute this growth to? And more importantly, moving into 2023, can we expect this trend to continue?
Yes, so we have been growing at Inter based on a really diverse line of products and revenue streams. The growth in the loan book is a consequence of that. We've really built our business based on our core, which is the transactional day-to-day banking. And by getting customers to use use Inter's app on a daily basis, we are able to cross-sell and upsell many of our products to the clients on a daily basis. Getting funding from these own clients, we also have built this infrastructure for us to grow our loan book. And that's what has helped us to drive such a strong growth in the loan book. And we have been able to gain a lot of market share in this industry here in Brazil. Looking forward, we expect to continue growing the number of users. We ended the year with about this 25 million users, probably reaching over 30 or 32 million users by the end of this year. And we expect to continue to be able to cross-sell credit products as well as other type of products to our customers. So the pace of growth should continue at about this same level, maybe a bit lower, like around the 40% growth in the loan book for 2023.
Amazing. Now, Helena, walk us through the 60-30-30 growth plan. What's on the horizon for the next 5 years? What should we be looking for from Inter?
Yes, so in our last Investor Day that we hosted here in Belo Horizonte, where our headquarters is based, in last January, we shared with our investors this long-term plan, which we called the 60-30-30 plan. So we wanted really to share our North Star, or to share with the market what we are doing and where we see ourselves in the future. And we see Inter as a combination of growth and profitability. So the 60-30-30 stands for 60 million users with 30% cost to income ratio and 30% ROE. So that's our long-term goal. How can we get there? Like, it is an ambitious but realistic plan. So we understand that there is still a lot of room for us to continue growing our user base. As I mentioned, we've just reached 25 million users and should get to over 30 million by the end of this year. And with the same pace of growth from 7 to 8 million users per year, we should get to this to the 60 million users in Brazil and in other regions as well, as we plan this international expansion of ours. We see that with this backbone of a digital bank, with technology to sustain our relationship with our customers, we can be much more efficient than other players that we see in Brazil today. Just as a comparison, we see our cost to serve, or our SG&A divided by the total number of users, that it is about 70% lower than what we see for the incumbent banks in Brazil. With that, getting more scale with the increase of revenues to a level similar to what we already see in our more mature cohorts, with this stable cost to serve, we understand that we are able to get to this 30% cost to income ratio. Together with this growth in revenues and stability in cost to serve, we can get to a much higher profitability that we have today, getting to this 30% of ROE in the future.
Incredible. Now, what is Inter doing differently than the rest of the market, especially people that may be competitors or similar companies to you guys, that makes it so confident in its ambitious growth targets?
Well, I think that we differ really from other different players, right? Like we are well positioned between what we have of the incumbent banks, of the traditional banking platforms, and the newer fintechs. So we are really in the intersection of these two. So we combine the benefit of having a banking license and have really developed a strong depositor base. Today, over 95% of our total deposits come from our retail clients, and that are the ones that use Inter for their day-to-day transactions, either and leave their money here, either on their checking account, so as a demand deposit, or as a time deposit for as an investment for the future. This was a very strong competitive advantage that we created that allowed us to be much more competitive on the lending side as well. Also, we are based on a tech structure, right? So different from the incumbent banks that have all these different costs that we have just talked about. Inter is really based on a really modern and scalable tech infrastructure, and that allows us to scale in a much more efficient way. And third, I'd say that we do have this innovative mindset. We were the first ones to combine the e-commerce offering with a banking platform. We see the benefit of being this transactional platform where people use us on a daily basis, and we are able to offer the right product at the right time. So we understood that we shouldn't be offering only financial services, but we could expand to more than that with the offer and launch of InterShop, which is our marketplace. So this, all of that, are is what makes us different from other players.
Wonderful. Helena, final question for you before we close. What is the key to success in the super app space? You guys are in this space. You know how things work. You know how to achieve success. What's the key to making sure that what you do succeeds in the super app space overall?
I think the key success is engagement. You have to find something that really brings the customer regularly to your app. So having daily logins, having people with having a lot of audience in your app is what helps us to be relevant to the customer from the moment that they wake up to the moment they go to bed. So having this backbone of the banking platform was core for us to be able to expand the products and services that we offer and create this network effect of an virtual cycle of selling one product that leads to the other. So I think that is the key to success for Inter.
Amazing. A ton of great information here. Really exciting to see the success you've already achieved. And of course, looking forward to seeing what comes next. Helena Caldeira, the CFO at Inter&Co, trading on the Nasdaq as INTR. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.